welcome back to Sweet Cake Bakery. My name is Caitlin, and today I'm so excited to take you along with me as I make my nephew's very first birthday cake and smash cake. Now let's dive into this cake while I tell you a little bit more about what we're planning. This cake is going to be a Biscoff cake. So we have our Biscoff cake layers, cookie butter filling, little frosting to help out with the crumb coat, and some Biscoff cookies to add a little bit more texture into these cake layers. Okay, let's start with half of this cookie butter filling. Oh snap, that looks amazing. So we have the cookie butter filling, and then I'm going to add in some crushed up Biscoff cookies. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit away from the edges just so I don't get any of those amazing cookies in the crumb coat. Now there's lots of reasons why we chose to go with a My Neighbor Totoro themed birthday party for his first birthday. First, his parents met in Japan, which is so awesome. Plus, the Studio Ghibli films were beloved by our entire family. Okay, last cake layer. It's going right on there. Very nice. And now I'm just going to continue going with the crumb coat. It's hard to believe that it's been a year since this little guy, my nephew, was born. Oh my goodness. I remember the day he was born. I was in one of my college classes when I got the text that she was in labor. So when I was done with school to come home straight away. The class had just started and I was so antsy to get home. Just so excited, and I wanted to be there for her. She's my only sister. And this is her firstborn, so I really wanted to be there and help her in any way I could. We're sitting there about 20 minutes in the class and I cannot sit still. But I am very grateful because this particular professor was very efficient in his lessons plans, and he often got done early so we could work on things in class. This particular day, he got done in about 25 minutes. And so he was like, okay, what should we do? Should we stay, go over the study guide? Does anyone have a reason to go? And I literally jumped up out of my seat and I was like, I do. I have a big reason. My sister's in labor. Can I please go? And my incredibly kind teacher said, yes, in honor of this baby, let's all get out early. And so I booked it out of there. I still remember running down the stairs to my car and rushing home, very safely of course, but very excited to be there for her. And it ended up being about 24 more hours of labor. My poor sister, oh my goodness. Every cake I make I feel is extra special and an honor to do, but this one feels extra special because it is my one and only nephew. It's so exciting. This is the main birthday cake, but I'm also going to be doing a smash cake for him. Crumb coat is all done. Let's move on to the smash cake. When I'm working with a smash cake or a 4-inch cake in general, it can be difficult because they are so small and don't have a lot of weight to them. So when you start to move the frosting around, the cake tends to go with it. Here are my tips to avoid that. Make sure your cake board is really solid. I like to use a little tape, and then of course a little buttercream on the sides. But even before that, I baked these yesterday, let them cool completely, leveled them, and then I froze them. This gives them a little bit more weight, plus reduces the crumbs and makes them a little bit easier to work with. Pop your frosting in one big dollop in the center and go for a smaller offset spatula. That will help you be a little bit more delicate in your movements. And then just be gentle. You can also use a dowel in the center of your cake, but if it is for a smash cake, I would not recommend, try that again. I would not recommend it because I don't want a little hand to go in there, hit a stick, get scared, and be scarred from cake forever. I'm sure it's not that dramatic, But we always just want to be safe, especially when little ones are diving into their own personal cake. And it's totally fine and actually recommended to keep looking, make sure it's really centered on top of one another, and pop that one on. Even as you go, you can start on the crumb coat. So even before I would put on this layer, you can spread out that crumb coat if you are worried about it moving a lot. Plus, I feel that once you work with these guys a lot, they get a little bit easier. That which you persist in doing becomes, I don't know. That quote was really good. My dad always quotes it to me. I'll put it right here. There you go. Another quick tip is a lot of times I like to pile frosting on top of here and then dip from there for my crumb coat. But because this is a much lighter cake, I can actually put my hand here and hold it there as I'm a little bit more aggressively spread out this frosting. If you're worried about it moving a lot or you're struggling with that, which, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times I've had these little guys fall apart on me and then you have to bake it all over again, and then you're on a timeline and it's super stressful. But you know, you learn something from every single one of those. So hopefully one day you don't have that anymore. I might be driving some of you nuts with my movements like this. I feel like some people are very snooty about how they, I shouldn't say snooty. I feel like some people are very particular how they frost a cake, and I say, yeah, go with whatever feels like it will do the job. Some people like to work this way. Instead of spreading with this side of the spatula, they like to spread with this side. And to me, it's a little backwards, but if it works for you, go for it. Same idea when you go to smooth it out. I actually hold the cake board with my thumb and very gently go around. And I won't go around very many times. Honestly, I'm happy with that. There are some gaps, but I'd rather have everything be covered with a little bit of gappage. I sound like my dance teacher. Gappage. And not be moving the cake too much. Now these edges are going to get leveled, and then we'll pop it into the fridge. Did you like that pause? It's like, oh, suspense. Where are we going to pop it into? The fridge! Okay. Okay, now it's time to add a final coat of frosting on these cakes. Oh, there's a truck pulling in. Somebody's getting the package. This Totoro cake is going to have a lot of piping on it, and so I want to make sure the base color is the same as the piping. So if there's any gaps between the piping, all you see is more of the gray color, and it's not obvious that there is a cake in there. And this white chocolate buttercream is so good, so I'm not mad about having another layer. Same idea for the smash cake, one more step to add a little polish. So the main cake will be the big Totoro, and then his little smash cake will be a light blue little Totoro too. Let's get started on decorating these Totoros. I am using a Wilton 21 open star tip and starting from the bottom, doing bursts of pressure all the way up in rows. Caution, this design definitely will tire out your hand, so take breaks. These breaks are crucial too because the heat of the hand can actually melt the butter, which is in the buttercream, and make it not look as great when you're piping it. So make sure you take breaks, pop that piping bag in the fridge, or just fill it a little bit at a time so you have just the right amount.
Once we have all our piping done, I'm just popping on the face features I made out of fondant. They've dried and set completely, so I'm just popping them on to the wet buttercream, and then I will pop it in the fridge. These ears, you'll see I actually put some toothpicks in. We made sure to remove those when he was diving in, but it anchored them to the cake really nicely. So when you looked from the top, it looked just like Totoro.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, it is early the next day, and I am just putting the final touch on his cake with a little sign. It says his name, and he's won. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. So I was up super late last night putting together this video, all of our favorite memories with him over the past year. Oh my goodness. It's a joke in my family that I am the historian because I take pictures of everything and videos of everything he does because I just think he's the cutest. And that's because he is. But it was a lot of footage to go through. So I'm happy to have that done, and I'm so excited to surprise everybody with it, with the video at the party. Now as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna pack these cakes up and we're gonna head over to the party. Happy birthday! Hi! Hello! It's your birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Simon! Happy first birthday, Simon! Yay! Almost 2. Happy birthday! I know! Oh! Happy birthday to Simon! That's you! Yay! That's you! Simon! Hi! Yay! Hello! You know the camera? Simon has won! Woohoo! Cakes! Very, very excited.
Is that a little better?
Wow.
There's the Totoro face.
That's it.
That's enough. We're good.
Simon, are you ready?
It's okay. Happy birthday, birthday, dear Simon. Happy birthday. Oh, yeah.
Excellent. The cake is bigger than your child.
Yes, it is. Goodbye. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
You can hit it if you want, and you can just grab it and eat it if you want. Grandpa will show you how. You're eating my cake.
it all over your chest.
We gotta get all over here.
Whoa.
And a little bit up here.
Oh my god!
Who invited Jody?
It's so fun!
Hi.
We love you, Simon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.